jump on the field. I can call Lookin. There should be nothing going on.
Hey, fuck me, bro.
Okay.
Are you at work, Dickon?
No, I'm at home. I couldn't be asked staying there so late, man. Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. Is it far away from you?
It's 10 miles. It's about a half-hour drive.
We're struggling.
It's very small, and everyone else's audio is very soft.
What?
Mark, flipping heck, howdy, man. It's nice to see you.
Hey, Ginger Ninja, you look like the fucking grey fox now, my brother.
I am. I'm a silver fox.
Silver fox, that's the one. Sorry. Still looking good, my bros.
Thank you.
Nice run off. I've scared him off here. Fucking hell.
Well, Francis is going to be. He's going to come into this in a very good mood after this mission.
So we just log out.
Dickon, the last time I saw you had a big beard, buddy, so it's gone.
Oh, I grow it and then it goes and then I grow it and then it goes. I just can't be asked shaving, so it's just. I invested in the set of those electric clippers.
Yeah.
So it's just easy, it's quick and easy. But it turned out they were made
Put the fucking camera on, right?
Hey,
there's
Hey, someone sounds fucking disgruntled with the system.
Marcus, ek is die poes in met hierdie kak. Ek gebruik nie 'n telefoon vir Zoom nie, ek gebruik 'n fucking iMac vir fucking Zoom. Ek weet nie wat 'n fucking die kak met 'n fucking iPhone werk nie.
'n komper.
Paul, as you were saying.
Ek sê hulle almal night. Nou must put 'n camera on. I don't know. Kan julle my fucking hoor, julle poese?
Julle hoor.
Kan jy hoor?
Hoor man, jy het jou fotootjie daar.
Who goes there? Who goes there?
Activate camera.
Ja, ek gaan dit nou doen.
Druk die knoppie.
Yeah, I just need to fucking go and sit back in the place where I'm supposed to be.
Druk die groen.
Dickon, are you
Do it
still
now.
smoking,
Hang
bro?
on. Yeah, just fucking wait.
Right, is this a fucking call to order? Call to order!
Ek kan nie meer, ek fucking kan nie meer die kopperaal.
Okay, what is it? I just want to say, if you guys...
Ek fucking kan nie meer hê. God. Fucking
The first session's probably going to cut out now after 40 minutes, eh?
hierdie
have to
fucking
re-log in again.
telefoon. Hey.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to be on this for 5 minutes. It's going to clock out and we have to log in again and no one can fucking log in. Jesus Christ.
It's 5 minutes for the next login. It's going to be the same thing.
Right. Are we ready to rock and roll?
Wait.
Right. Okay, so welcome you motherfuckers. It's been a while since I'm sure you've all been around the same fucking table. For starters, I mean, we've lost Francois. Don't know, you're joking. Seriously?
Please don't.
No.
We've lost. Oh, there he is. He's back on fucking mute. Oh, yeah, the fuck. And his camera's off. Greg, you're going to have a fucking job editing this now.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, fuck, here we go.
Whoa.
Testing, testes, testicles.
No, full screen. It's a fucking plane. I've got to put my glasses on to be able to see you guys. Fuck me.
Well, I mean, Paul's, you're so massive here. I mean, Dickon, I'd shag you. You on those specs? You look like fucking
Everyone's
Top Gun.
I can't anymore.
I'm done with that.
I can't anymore.
Dickon, is that your spot?
Sorry, I can't anymore.
Come on, bro. You were
having a problem with the audio because it's all coming out of my my speakerphone, so it's
There, just leave it there.
Okay, Jesus fucking Christ!
Leave it there. Don't touch it.
Fucking chaos, fucking AD, and we haven't even fucking
Jesus,
started the show.
fuck. Okay.
Right, order in the house. Order in the house.
Continue.
Right, order in the house. Right, should we fucking get this going? I was going to say the band's actually called Voice of Destruction, but I don't know. I just think it's vindictive old deuces at this stage, but we'll move on swiftly. So, what a fucking awesome time to get all you motherfuckers around the table. It's been a long, long time. Fucking love you all desperately. Good fucking friends of mine. Have to say, prefer some of you than others, but we won't mention names. Cough, cough, cough. But so got a fucking awesome show before we clock out after another 3 or 4 minutes, Greg. So before I'm going to do a little different. We're going to do a bit of a fucking flunk dunk thing here this evening. Round 1. But before we start, just a message from our sponsors. Can we read that clearly? Can you get that? Yes? Very good. The sponsors are delighted to have you all on board. So I want to just start off before we get going is introduce yourself, and I want you to fire off in order. What's your worst band? What's the most overrated band? And what's the best band in the world? Let's go, Johan. You go first.
Oh, fuck. My worst.
Yes, yeah.
My most. Jesus.
Yeah? Fuck, you thought this was going to be easy.
Any
I can
genre
go.
or just metal?
Anything.
I can easily go. Worst band, Limp Bizkit.
No, I'll second that. And I've got a list 20 pages long.
Right, Francois, that's worst band. Who's come on then? So who's the most overrated band?
Cockster band, Limp Bizkit. Beste band, fucking Kiss, my bro.
Right. And what is your role in the band, sir?
I'm kind of like the master of ceremonies, and I just fuck around while the musicians do shit. So I put sounds to it, you know. I put vocal guttural utterances around the music.
I can totally relate. In other words, in my books, you're the most important. Right.
Absolutely.
Right,
Without
so
it, it is fuck. You can listen to it without any vocals, and then it'll be metal. But you gotta have the vocals, baby.
Oh, Jesus. Right, let's go. JDJ, let's go. The job.
Okay. One of the worst bands, definitely fucking The Offspring. Can't stand that voice. One of my all-time favorites, got to be Slayer. Yeah.
Who's most overrated?
Hey, I thought Judas Priest was your favorite, you liar.
Yeah, it's up there as well. Who's the most overrated? Oh, fuck. Nickelback. Something like that.
Right, very good. Okay, so moving on swiftly. We've only got 1 minute left. Ginger Ninja, the Silver Fox. Worst band.
Worst band, off the top of my head, Def Leppard. Can't stand that sugary, thin fucking sound. Awful.
Blaine Matlanger. Right, most overrated band.
Best band.
Oh,
Sabbath. Always been Sabbath. Most overrated. I couldn't know. The list is long. We're all overrated.
you're so politically correct, sir. Right, Polus Maximus Gluteus.
Best Ministry.
The worst.
Most
Yes, Ministry is the worst.
Most overrated, probably Ghost.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
But yeah, I second that.
And worst, I don't know. I can't really tell bands they suck because each band has their own thing. So yeah. If you've gone through the mission to actually start a band, then hey, good for you. I'm not going to tell you a band sucks.
Oh, yeah, fuck. Oh, yeah. Right, fucking woof woof. Hit me up.
Yeah, bro, that you got me fucking. I don't like this questioning because I got no clue the worst band is. Must it be a metal band?
No.
Any band.
Anything.
Any band.
Fucking, I would say somebody like Aretha Franklin or some shit like that.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, yes, Taylor Swift. Worst fucking band. Most.
It's not
The
the
best-
best.
the best
It's a
band-
product.
The best band, Heathen.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay, most overrated.
Heathen. Okay.
Most overrated.
Heathen. Or yeah, Heathen.
Also, most overrated and best. It's all in one.
And the best.
Fuck, mate. All right. You're such a fucking crowmaster, you are. Right, so now let's introduce, because remember, we've got a whole generation of fucking young bucks out there. Note the word bucks, because we're not allowed to swear on this channel, as they have no idea the fuck you actually are. So shall you introduce yourself by name and what instrument you play, please? Let's start with the woof woof.
I'm Greg.
the woof woof.
I'm Mad Dog McEwen, and I play the one-string guitar.
Right. And then the
strings.
Silver Fox. Who are you, sir? What do you do in the band?
Me, my name's Dee, and I play the bass guitar for my synth.
For your sins. The Jager.
4 strings.
6 strings. Johan Diaga.
Polus Maximus Gluteus.
Paul Blom drums.
Good. Last but not least, the most important person in a band.
Yes.
I'm not being biased, but who are you, sir?
I bring it all together with literary
Vitriol.
prowess.
And
I bring it
vitriol.
all together. Them drums, them basses, them guitars, and I make a story of it.
Oh, so you're the engineer.
That's what I do.
And the king of autofocus there for your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it adds an ambience. That adds the ambience. Right.
Yeah, look,
Very
he's
good.
got special SABC training in that department, so he knows how to do it.
Yeah, well, they've run out of money, but that's another story. So, okay, so let's get into the nitty gritty here. So, this is right back to you, Woof Woof. So, back in the day, VOD, you started it, as I understand. It had none of these fucking Muppets involved, and I say that affectionately because I love these Muppets. But back in the day, you kicked off VOD. Do you want to give us a bit of a splab there? Because I don't think many people know that there was an earlier VOD before the most fucking awesome heavy metal band, the best there was, best there is, and best there will ever be in South Africa, according to Marq Vas. So, how did VOD start? Hit us up, brother.
Yeah, I got to think about that one. It sort of came out of the army in 1985, and I wanted to start a terrorist organization in South Africa to blow up the conscription campaign and Helen Suzman and all these people. And then my buddies at that time didn't want to join me in the venture, so I fucking decided, fuck being militant, I'll just become a punk instead. And hung around Cape Town for a few months as a punk and met up with Stuart and these guys, and Stuart Henry, and I can't remember. It was just Stuart and me at that time, I guess. And then decided to swap the R4 for a guitar with one string. It was literally one string at that time. And yeah, we just made noisecore at that time, just fucking beating on cardboard boxes and screaming lungs out, and sent a tape off to Power Rage Records in Durban, and they released that on the Hardcore Death compilation tape at that time, and that was the formation of VOD. It was just like a punk reaction thing. Fucking
Right.
couldn't really play at two strings, I guess, at that time, and
word has it, Mad Dog, Woof Woof, is that you then found God, and then what happened is that you raised your hands to the sky, and in walked these other boys. And some of them on the call today was the first revelation, and they arrived.
The first revelation.
How did they all meet with you? Hallelujah! And you're welcome to chime in. The first.
All right, okay. I'll give you a quick rundown of that. So VOD's first gig was in Durban, and at that time we had Dion. I don't know if you guys remember Dion, old Doomchuck Dion. So we had a drum kit that consisted, we bought for $60 or $80 at that time. It was a cardboard box with a snare on it, a floor tom, a cymbal, a fucked up cymbal that we used chains to make the cymbal sound. It stood on a wooden pole like a broomstick. And we practiced in my flat for about, I don't know, 2-3 months. And then we decided to hike up to Durban to go do our first gig. So Stuart, Henry, and me hiked up together, and Radley Clack, the bassist at that time, and Dion, they hiked up together. Somehow we managed, it took us 2 days to hike to Durban. We slept in the park that night, and then we played our first gig in Durban, came back to Cape Town. We played at Rock Against Coburg, and I think it was the Master Meredith Club or something like that. In 1986, we played a couple of, or early 87, we played a couple of gigs. And then we got asked via Roland Raker from Joburg to come to Johannesburg to play at
Club Image.
No, that's before the Club Image gig. We played, but that was Dickens' first gig. So
it was at the Thunderdome. I forget the name of the gig. Was it like a Battle of the Bands thing? It was June, I think 1989, June.
Yeah, it was. I think Toxic Socks played too at that time.
Toxic Socks played, and the only one I remember on the list was Carlos JJ and his orchestra. There was
And
like
No Friends
50
of Harry.
people on stage. They had two bass players and weird stuff, and Toxic Socks.
I think the leading bill on the bill was No Friends of Harry. So we got brought up there, and that's how I met Dickon.
Hold on. Let me interject here, but hold on a second. So what happened to the old guys? Did you fucking leave them in Durban, sleeping in the park with a fucking cardboard drum set? And then what happened? So how did you break in the new second load of disciples? Let's see
what happened is Radley. I mean, he wasn't very. I mean, he was fucking around on bass. He was not really a bass guitarist. We used to unplug him at gigs and stuff.
Who's that? Dickon? Oh no, sorry, wrong one.
No, before Dickon. And then he couldn't make it to this gig. And then Dion, the drummer, Jesus, Dickon, I can't remember. Dion played with us on that gig, eh? Or was it the guy with the short hair?
No, it was Neil.
Neil.
Not Neil Vining.
Neil Thunder.
A guy called Neil. Yeah.
So the way I met Dickon is that Stuart knew Dickon and he said that he knows this guy who plays bass and he lived in Sea Point. So he took me there one day. We just rocked up at Dickon's flat. We were staying in Sea Point.
I think it was through Lindley Kruger, I think, who was the brother of a schoolmate of mine who knew that I played bass. And for some reason, I think he thought that my brother played bass and you were looking for a bass player. So I think it's through Lindley Kruger. Gave him a number and you phoned up my folks' place. But I'd met Stuart before because of the band I was jamming in before. It was like a half covers, half my first band, half covers, half originals, with Sasha Muller on drums, Alan Herbert on guitar, and Michael George was a guitarist, and he knew Stuart. I think they were neighbors or something. And Stuart came round with him one day to visit. We were having a jam, and Stuart was just there to hang out, so he kind of knew me from then. So yeah, I got the call. And my parents, I was 17 years old at the time. My parents let me go away with everyone on this adventure and in the combi to drive up to Joburg to do a couple of gigs.
So Dickon,
video. My first gig ever with BOD. I've got the whole video.
So I want to just get the chronological order intact. So Greg, you got rid of some of the old punkers. Who was the first one that you brought on board in, let's call it the second round? Dickon was the second load of disciples, but the first one to join the new VOD, right?
Look, Dickon was going to originally just play, if I recall, and I might be wrong, he was going to just play that gig. So, I mean, he literally had, I don't think we even had a practice, Dickon. We had I've still got a video of us jamming on just teaching you the songs very quick. And I mean, Dickon just walked on that stage and fucking jammed the gig. I mean, we came back and then
we had one practice in Stuart's garage, in Stuart's parents' garage.
Yeah.
We had one practice.
Yes. That was it. Yeah.
And the bass, you hired a bass amp, an EV bass amp, and which you never paid for. And
fucking Martin, nee. Okay, is dit nou dit? Fuck, ek weet dit.
Jy lyk nog mooi daar.
This fucking thing keeps telling me, you need to subscribe over and over. And fucking, I have everything sorted. So ek weet nie hoekom die push nou vir my die kak gee op. En as ek fucking aan die ander kant kom.
You know what it is? It's
Jy's geflip.
Jy's geflip, broer.
Ja. Whatever, fuck me.
It's die geheime van Nantes.
Ja.
Okay.
Ja, die here alleen, ek weet nie. I mean, fuck. En ek weet dis wat die fuck, ek weet dis hoe my fucking settings en dan gaan op hierdie fucking maas push fucking ding nie.
Okay, maar jy's nou daar so min nou niks raak nie.
Nou kom Dickon nou. Bly nou daar, Frans, moet nie verdwyne nie.
Moet nou nie knoppies druk nie.
Ach, listen, you know, whatever. I don't think you, like, just tell the stories. You fucking don't need me, man.
Of course we need you. What the fuck are you talking about?
Stop being a Palestinian martyr now, for fuck's sake.
Jesus fucking Christ, is irritating me to push out of here.
Me too. This is just fucking nuts, man.
There we go.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking irritating.
Okay, Dickon, we can hear you, my buddy. We just need you to switch your video on. I'll save some time while Dickon connects it so we can get through this. So basically, also Dickon then traveled up to we drove up in my combi, and Dickon joined us, and he played the gig, and then we came back, and then I mean the Dickon ended up we did like 1 or 2 gigs at Artie's, I think, at that time afterwards, and Dickon just stayed. I mean,
just after that, yeah, we started playing at Artie. The gigs started happening at Artie's.
At that time, Dickon,
and Paul and everyone.
At that time, Dickon was already playing. You were already playing with Phoenix at that time, eh, Dickon?
Yes, yeah. Because it's through Michael George in Phoenix that I heard about you guys, and we did a gig at the Carriages Hotel in Sea Point, and you and Stuart came and watched, and Cliff singing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Franz and I also attended that show.
So we played together. I'm just looking at Mark. We played together, me and Dickon, Stuart at that time, and and who was on vocals? I was Stuart on vocals, and Dickon on bass, and on drums we had a guy called Neil Thunder, which was like a blues musician, jazz guy, but he was a fucking good drummer, but he was definitely not metal.
I can fucking tell you now, he's not a fucking Polus Maximus. That's for fucking sure, man.
But he played with us. He played with us for quite a while, man. Straight after that, I think that's about 6 months after that gig, we went to Club Image, and I've still got the video of that Club Image gig. So we Roland Raker invited us up to play with Ragnärok and with Scarion.
I was there, my bro. I was there.
Yeah. And Dickon was with. We drove up in the combi again, I think. Dickon, yeah.
No, this is the same trip. It was the same. There was a one trip we played at the Thunderdome, and then the next night we played at Club Image.
Wow, you see that? I didn't remember that. Oh, and Alan came with us as well. Alan Herbert.
Alan Herbert came with us. Yes, I was allowed to bring a friend to chaperone me.
You know what? The craziest thing I fucking discovered the other day. I actually watched that Club Image video, and Stuart on vocals, we were full on punk. I mean, we weren't metal at all. We were a punk band. And Ragnärok played, then us. And then right at the end of the gig, we brought Ella on stage to fucking play. What was it? They Breaking the Law.
Paranoid. No, I think it's Paranoid. I think,
yeah.
Right. So as the moderating woman here, we got to fucking do speedy boarding here. Right. So when did the rest of these fucking protagonists? Because they were obviously clearly desperate to join a band, and I know they're very improficient in their instruments. How the fuck did you get them on board?
Paul joined next, because what happened is that Neil, like it wasn't going. Like he played with us for about a year. I think he played with VOD, and look, he was not a metalhead or a punk or anything like that. And then one day, I think we met Paul at Artie's. Paul, is that correct?
I mean, Francois, I think around about 1988, Francois started DJing at Artie's. His buddy, Bobby McClure, his dad owned he was managing it or something. So Francois was DJing on Saturdays. It's like £2 entry fee or something like that, playing his punk and metal records. And then bands started playing. I think Phoenix played there once or twice, and then you guys broke up. Then we started Metamorphosis, the Cape Town Metamorphosis, myself, Francois, Cliffy, vocalist of Phoenix and guitarist, and his girlfriend Jenny. So we did Metamorphosis, basically did half the covers that Phoenix did, as well as some
standard metal covers. Let them eat
Metallica, Four Horsemen.
Do you know, before that, Paul and I went to see Phoenix at a hotel in Greenpoint.
The Claridge's,
way before that. Claridge's,
all the future members of VOD were actually there at the Phoenix gig.
With Dickon on bass, and we headbanged ourselves in our poos. That was before I even fucking knew about VOD or anything. The first people I saw doing metal live on stage in South Africa was Phoenix.
It was Phoenix, yeah.
That was at Claridge's,
I actually remember seeing
straight on the back of my Marshall cab. And the day it's still on it in silver. I haven't been able to take it off since.
I just want to correct the time, Dickon. That wasn't. I've got all the list of the gigs there. So that was actually 1989.
Yes, there's nice. It was June '89 when I joined the band.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. And then we started playing. I also joined Metamorphosis as well, because Jenny would do half the songs and then I'd do the other half of the songs.
The first
So
gig,
and then VOD would play. So Paul and me would just leave our gear set up on stage, and then Phoenix would play. So I think 3 bands are on that stage that night. So I just left my gear on stage. I was playing.
it was July '89. It was July '89. It was Metamorphosis,
July.
Phoenix, and VOD.
Yeah. So that's funny. That Phoenix gig at the Claridge's, then the entire future VOD was actually at that gig, but no one knew each other. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like that.
There was a shitload of people there. That place was fucking packed.
Because a cover band, Fade to Grey, were playing there. I mean, for people that aren't in South Africa,
right. Yeah,
it's a big deal in South Africa. You get cover bands playing pubs and hotels and bars and that. There's a whole big circuit. And there's a great band called Fade to Grey, and they had a residency there at the Claridge's. And for some reason, us long-haired guys are always there like, oh, do an AC/DC cover or something, and we go and headbang. And they said, oh, you guys are in a band. And so we went up and I think we jammed like Paranoid or something stupid with them. And the singer, Franz from Fade to Grey, said,
he's still playing. Yeah, he lives in Holland now. He's still fucking playing.
Good man. He was a lovely, I mean, they're all lovely guys, you know. And he said, guys, come down, bring your band. We know we can do a showcase for your band that week. Wow. And we didn't have a singer, so I got Cliff, who I was already jamming with in Phoenix and stuff. We got and another band we'd been jamming.
Is that Cliff West, Dickon?
Cliff West, yeah.
No, but Cliff was also Metamorphosis after that as well. So it's all, it's like good luck to the guy who wants to write that family tree out.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got a question for you, Dickon. I mean, I don't want to hijack Mark's meeting, but we asked Cliffy to contribute towards this project, and he sent us a wealth of information. And it's the first time that we realized that he played with shitloads of bands in Durban, and a lot of the Durban guys know Cliff West very well.
Absolutely, his history is absolutely amazing. The stuff he's gone on to. So, do you want to know how I met Cliff West? I mean, if you've got the time, I'll tell you the story. It's before Phoenix, when I just started playing. I just got my. It's before. Just about the time I got my first bass. I was 15 years old. My friend Russell King, who's a guy who videoed all the I don't know why I'm doing the actions and everything, but
you're a bassist.
My lifelong best buddy ever, Russell King. He's a guy that videoed all the VOD gigs and a lot of Ravenwolf gigs back in the day. So if you ever see stuff on YouTube, it's most likely shot by Russell King. We played together. We were sort of childhood friends from school, different schools, but like 12, 13 years old, we were buddies. And he was guitar, and because we all kind of lived in the same neighborhood, and we formed this little kiddie band called Legacy. And we did some covers, whatever. We had Natasha Gamaroff on vocals, Sasha Muller on drums. Sasha went on to be in Black Diamond, and I think they did very well for themselves. And Russell on guitar, and a guy called John Ritas on guitar, who's no longer with us. And
Natasha Gamaroff was also very good on the flute.
And his mother would sort of let us and like give us Oros and orange juice and let us jam in his room and stuff. And she thought we were all sort of these sort of long-haired, sort of devil-worshipping, sort of satanic rock people. But no, she loved us, and you know what mums are like. But then all of a sudden, some reason got around that there were these rockers in town, and they'd heard that there was like a pseudo rock band were jamming at this guy's house, and I don't know how it turned up, but this Bucky turned up, and in it, out came these two much older guys than us. We were all in our teens, we were like 14, 15, 16 years old. And these two guys got out, and they were in cut-off denim vest with Iron Maiden patches on. I mean, they had long hair, which was the best thing ever, because in South Africa in 1989, like no guy could have long hair. Torn up jeans, no shoes, bare feet. And these like two guys came out, and but Russell's parents were like, oh, fucking God, what are these people? And it was Cliff West, and it was Lawrence Bailey, who was
Lawrence was down there.
Lawrence was down there. Lawrence and Cliff, they've been jamming down in Cape Town. You'll have to ask Cliff this. And they came in and thought, oh my God, these guys are like real music. These guys are real like heavy metal musicians. And Lawrence played a bit, and Cliff played, and Cliff could play all the lead breaks to like Iron Maiden songs. He did a bit of Aces High, and he played all note for note the lead breaks for Let There Be Rock and Whole Lot of Rosie. And like, fuck, this guy's the real deal. I want to be in a band with this guy, and we've been together ever since. So when Legacy faded, and we grew up a bit, and I started Phoenix, I got Cliff to sing because we already had two guitar players, but.
You had Sasha on drums then, eh?
On drums, yeah, Sasha Muller.
But that's kind of weird because I mean Lawrence Bailey is hailed as one of the best fucking drummers. He played in Odyssey, he played in Urban Assault.
This
I mean,
is
he played
early
in
days,
so many.
man. This is really early days. Sasha was already jamming with us anyway, so Lawrence just came and sat in and whatever. Cliff didn't join the band either. It was just like a legacy jam then, as the band was. But then when we split up, I gave Cliff the call. Yeah.
Is Sasha,
but I think Lawrence had gone back up to Joburg then, I think.
Is Sasha the guy who started? What was that fucking glam rock band that we had in Cape Town that was always put on by Bat Productions or?
No, not them. You're thinking of Bounty Hunter. You're thinking of Ari, is it?
Oh, Ari. Okay, that's not the same guy. Yeah.
No, Sasha went on to have Black Diamond, and I think didn't they have a number one hit or something? I don't know.
Right. So this is where the moderator fucking tunes the story. Like, so you got fucking the Blom Polus Maximus. So where did the reprobate actually fucking get the gig? Let me guess, because nobody wanted to hire him, so they needed an engineer, which then
I'll tell you the story.
Yeah, I'm dying to hear this fucking piece.
Yeah, so we had Stuart on vocals. He was my lifelong buddy, I guess, as a punk and whatever. Stuart was always, but Dickon will remember this. There was a time when Stuart met this chick, very like a German chick. She was a beautiful chick, but she joined the RVB, which is very against the fucking the whole punk ethos of fucking VOD. So Stuart,
the lady in question was
I mean, we had songs like "Smash the AWB" and at that time and stuff like that. And so what eventually happened? Stuart wouldn't turn up for gigs. Like we would start a gig and Stuart wouldn't be there. Like, or he just wouldn't pitch.
Yeah, it's like showing up late and stuff. It
was just like not turning. So eventually, I had to say to Stuart, my buddy, and like he was my lifelong friend. So I had to say like, well, you know, and then I don't know how. Francois remembers this better. He says he came to audition. I can't remember a fucking audition, but he came to
knowing he probably just walked in there and said, I'm taking over.
How I remember the story is Paul phoned me. Okay, I was already working for the SABC, right? So Paul phoned me and he said, like, you fired Stuart because he's doing like, he's getting all like Satan and shit. He's doing like satanic lyrics and stuff. You know what that? Like, I think it was because he wrote the.
I wasn't in the band at the time. I wasn't in the band at the time, so it wasn't me.
Okay, I'm just saying now how I remember it. Okay, I could be wrong. I don't know. Okay, but anyway, so Paul phoned me. I was working at the ABC. I was still I still didn't have a flat. Remember the flat I had at the SABC behind the SABC? That the fuck the flat. Yeah. I wasn't living there yet. I was still living by my parents because I was like, when I got out of the army, I started doing the artist DJing and cuck like that. And I was still staying there, but I was just about to move into the SABC flat. Paul phoned me and said like, oh, they fired, VOD fired Stuart. So I said, dude, I should be your vocalist. I said, I should. That was when we already did Metamorphosis. When I did with you, Dick and you, and Metamorphosis was so short-lived or whatever. But that's straight after that. I said that I should be the vocalist of VOD. And then Paul said, okay, cool. And then I think he spoke to you, and I came in, and and you had like handwritten lyrics of fucking The Path and fucking and Trojan Horse. The worst fucking lyrics in the world. Thank you very much. Which I still sang, which I will always sing forever. And like, yes. And then that was it. And I tried to pull my best Gene Simmons because I didn't know anything about fucking death metal or fuck all. I thought fucking, I'm going to do Gene Simmons as heavy as I fucking can. Because Gene Simmons was the shit, right? In my world. So I tried to do it as fucking heavy as possible. And then weirdly from then on, I was the vocalist of the band. That's how I remember it. That's how I don't know. Well, I'm fucking. Anybody else I think anything? Oh, I don't know.
The subtitle of this must be is how I remembered it. Because everyone's going to remember it differently.
Yeah. Okay, that's how I remember it.
Yeah, Mark,
just a little adjustment there. I left the band Stuart and my girlfriend at
That's
the time,
right.
Natasha,
And then
who actually happened to be the vocalist.
That's right.
Who actually
And then
was the
I was in the
vocalist for
band with a
Dickens'
much
band.
better drummer
Gamarov.
than you.
Anyway, okay, can I continue? Okay, so Stuart and my girlfriend started fucking about. So I said, okay, fuck this, I'm leaving. So I left.
And your
then
girlfriend was
Robin,
the girl who was
and
the
then Robin,
singer in the band in Phoenix. I mean, in Legacy for a while.
And then Robin Stellick joined.
Yes.
So I don't know who called
Yeah, that's the
Francois
one I'm
and told him that
talking
Stuart
about.
left.
Yep.
And then Robbie left again, and then I joined again about a year later. So
Yeah. Remember when he drove to Joburg? Oh my God! And Paul is suffering and all smoking in the fucking car. Remember that cuck? Just
I love
insane.
the equivalent of health freak is don't drink beer and don't smoke. That's health freak.
Yeah, it's not a health freak. I can
man.
now understand. I now think back and I think, Jesus, the poor fucking guy. We're driving in your fucking little Ford Laser all the way up to fucking Poeskop fucking rip off.
That's a good time to stop that, man.
And fucking Paul is sitting in the middle and me, Deacon sitting on that side, I'm sitting on that side, and we're both smoking all the way to Joburg in the fucking car.
I think I was smoking a pipe at the time as well, like a tobacco pipe.
But I was lucky at that. I was lucky that guy. Remember, I only started smoking when we were in the Academy Studios in the UK. I never smoked before that, so it didn't bother me. But the drinking part, yeah, that was a different thing.
Right. Okay. So the moderator's going to bring this to a fucking back to a point of fucking disorder. Paulus, again, I just want to set the platform for the editing purposes. You and I think I know a fair amount of fucking my music. You set the fucking stage and the platform for decent fucking double bass heavy metal fucking drumming in this country.
Absolutely.
Without fucking question. You read it.
I was going to mention that.
And you played it with the fucking Kaalvoet, my bro. Fucking Kaalvoet. I remember that. I was shooting it up.
And in the onderbroek. He always used to play in the onderbroek.
Coming off the feet, my bro. But you fucking clap. Right.
No, that's the thing is
none of the bands back then in '89, and that's all the little. I mean, they're not big bands, you know. We're just like teenagers playing in pubs and shit. No metal band there had a double bass drum pedal until one band, just one very short-lived band, showed up with a double bass pedal. I was like, fucking hell, we've got to be, it's just the next level. We've got to get one of these. So then we also, Dark Legend was the band that was the first band that had a double bass pedal.
Fucking incredible.
Bruce Music was in Dark Legend, and he's gone on to Stranger Things since then. But yeah,
so Mark, let me just recap. So Paul joined the band for a while, and then I can't remember the reason why Paul left. But then we had to get another drummer.
He just explained it.
I think it had something to do with Pussy.
We
mentioned it 10 minutes ago, Greg.
Okay.
Yeah, woof woof. He left for engine, my bro. Right. So let's put a pin in that because we need to move on. So then. Right, let's move on to the Black Cathedral.
No,
Hail Satan!
Seventh demo.
You bypassed the seventh demo.
Accuracy moderator, I want to know Black Cathedral from you guys. Highlights, lowlights of getting involved in the recording of the Black Cathedral. Who wants to go first?
I will leave it up to all these guys, and then I will come in there.
Sorry, did we touch on seventh demo?
Yeah, I think we need to touch on seventh demo.
Oh my God!
Go on then. I wasn't going to mention that, but go on then.
Yeah, Francois, you guys start.
Francois, hit it, Francois.
Should I start?
Yeah.
Okay. Philip Nell was a fucking cunt, okay? He was an opportunist puss who saw something was happening in the world, right? So he fucked everybody over. He said as much in fucking an interview with our very own lead guitarist, Johan. He said, that's the only way to make money. You can make a living, right? By making money and nobody else getting any fucking shit, okay? He fucking got people to fucking record shit on a fucking whim, do a show then go do a recording, and then do a fucking another show. No, wait, do fucking 2 shows, then go do a fucking recording, which sounds like pushing shit, but the idiot fucking fans wouldn't know different. And then you fucking make another show after that. Oh my fucking God, dude. Can I carry on and on about that push, Philip fucking no? Which I know a lot of you guys love. You all think he did good things for the scene or whatever. And to a certain extent, yes, he may have done certain good things to the scene. For the fans, not for the fucking artists, not for the people. I fucking challenge every single fucking band from fucking Odyssey to fucking what's the last band he had? Jesus Christ. After VOD, after everybody who made 1 motherfucking cent of a 4-night fucking stint in fucking in Gauteng. Nobody, okay? Anybody who fucking says Philip Nell is a cool guy can go fuck right off, okay? I'm standing here right now on this fucking podium, and I'll tell you, he was a puss, and he's still a puss. He's a fucking rip-off artist. He not only didn't rip off fucking metal people, he is still ripping other people off right now.
No, I get that, but I think
I'm not liking this.
We're gonna get there.
That's how I feel. He can go fuck himself. Philip now can go fuck himself. Yes.
No, bro,
okay. He fucking did all the stuff. He went fucking he fucking put the stuff out. The German fucking label heard about us. Yeah, that's fine. Right. If he was really involved, he would have said, fuck you. I'm keeping this band right here and I'm making something of it. He's not gonna fucking just sell it out to fucking some small German fucking label called Morbid Records. He would have fucking done way more. He would have said, yeah, I believe in this shit. I'm fucking going for this shit. But no. So fuck him and fuck his tits.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it back here a bit, Mark. So VOD recorded before Francis and John. We recorded 1 demo. It was called the What Demo, or I think it was in end of 1987. We released
the What Demo, or the snail little man there. It had a picture of the snail on the front. That's what I had to practice.
Yeah, that was the first VOD demo, and then we tried. That's why it was called the 7th demo. We tried I think it was that. The name the 7th demo came from. It was like our 7th attempt to try to record the Trojan Horse album.
Yeah,
was it Roxon Studios was the one recording where we used to band practice at Roxon.
Yeah, but the definitive one was at Starnet.
SABC
with Paul Zimmerman.
SABC with Dirk van Straten. And then Starnet with Paul Zimmerman.
Yes.
And there were a couple. And
the definitive one,
as well.
The definitive one was at Starnet with Paul Zimmerman, right? The one that I put together that became the fucking.
Well, half of it was the stage live practice.
Yes, same songs on side 2. Yes, same songs on side 2.
And I will add it to half of it.
Side 1 was like the Starnet stuff.
And half of it was.
There was a transition period. I'm sorry, going back to 89 now, with the punk band with Paul, Stuart, Greg, and me in the band, and we're doing the punk songs, the From Me to You and The Front, and Cool Science and all that. And then it suddenly there was a definite gear shift in the songwriting when Greg came up with a Trojan Horse and Stormbringer. The March of the God.
Looking for you.
Well,
fucking favorite VOD.
There's a lot more metal going on, so that marked a huge change in the direction of the band. The Path came along, Trojan Horse,
Legions of Death.
Legions of Death. That was a definite change into the metal sound of things, and we wanted to do an album. That would have been a golden age to have done an album, and nowadays any band would have been able to done that, but back then it was just impossible. And no money for recording, no one who could record it. And there was going to be an album called Trojan Horse.
Being the moderator, I'm interjecting here. So there's not many people who know the story how the fucking Namibian ninja got fucking involved in the band. Where did you get your German school parents who own fucking millions and you bought yourself into the band? How did it go, Johan? How did you get involved?
When this guy joined, can I just, before I go and get myself a new packet of cigarettes, can I just say, when this guy joined the band, it went from there to there.
Yeah.
I promise you, from there to there. Boom. The
So
entire
come on, tell us how did it happen, my brother.
Really, very quickly. I mean, I think in the whole story of VOD, it's a bat of an eyelid, really. But I mean, I was down in Cape Town doing studies, and it was actually arties that I hung out with a lot, and I saw VOD perform there. I had the demos already. I mean, we had the luxury of having. I mean, it was very, very hard to get hold of music, as you know. But there were army guys sitting in Walvis Bay, and a lot of those guys slipped over tapes that came to Swakopmund and us guys, and we then passed them on to the capital again. And yes, we had Stryder and all the SA bands, and I was blown away that there's even that kind of level of musicianship in South Africa. And obviously then the Black Cathedral tape at some point hit me. And long story short, I was at Artie's, and I'm not sure if you guys performed that afternoon. I'm not sure, but I saw Greg walking around doing stuff, DJing, I don't know. And I remember asking him, my intent was actually, if there's one person you can ask about other bands possibly needing another guitar player, it would be him. And first he brushed me off. He's like, no, I don't know. And then later on, you did approach me again, and we just sat together. I think it was up there in Zonnebloem where you stayed, and we just through the other stuff. I'd memorized most of the Black Cathedral stuff, and the rest is history. Yeah, that's basically how it.
Fucking beautiful. And I have to tell you, you did add a fucking different notch to the fucking belt there, my brother, for sure. So
I think so, I did too. I think, can I add in again here after I went to fetch myself another packet of
fags? Nothing less from you, but go on.
I think that Johan was the perfect twin to Greg. When they started writing together, the fucking music just went fucking. I'm telling you now, stuff like A Beast Is Born and fucking and Religion, stuff like that. That is what these two guys got guitar-wise and what they wrote. And it's like I will fucking say that. Yeah.
Let me just give a little background to the situation at the time. You got to remember, this was the time when death metal was just.
Yeah, I was about to say.
When death metal came out, and VOD always prided itself, and the old VOD guys who's all here present know that. I mean, we prided ourselves that we were one man, a 4-piece band, and our songs were simplistic. We never had lead breaks and that sort of stuff, or it was very rhythm based stuff. And Dickon, it was always. I mean, he's a fucking genius player. He would fill up all that spaces that I couldn't play on the lead guitar. He was like the lead guitarist. He would just fill up the space with all the fucking stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we were
Dickon's bass was always filling. That's right.
And then we were two rhythm guitarists.
But wait now, can I tell you? The thing is that feeling of that simplistic, not a lot of lead breaks still remained. Even when you two guys, which is something I fucking dig, dude. I like that shit.
That's a unique.
Vinnie Vincent, fucking, it's not like
No,
it was always that. I think every fucking song had like a very, very, very down-toned fucking lead break. I mean, it's just like a melodic, like Pink Floyd kind of, like a Pink Floyd lead break.
We were just complimenting harmonies, and I think it still left room for the bass actually. And I just listened to a lot of the stuff and videos that I was and looking back now, that bass still actually performed almost more of a lead duty than we did. We just harmonized. You know?
That's how I learned to play.
Luister na daai fucking luister daai fucking plaat. Luister daai fucking dis fucking mal hy fucking bus.
For me personally, it was I always felt limited by my own guitar writing because I was competing with bands like Ragnärok in those days and Stryder, and these guys were fucking good guitarists, and I would play very basic stuff, but very heavy and very on-time rhythm, like good rhythm work. But VOD never had that.
Yeah.
So when we started writing more complicated songs,
because you are a rhythm guitarist by heart. You are a rhythm guitarist. That's why you are a fucking tunes. You're a fucking groove smith. You're not a fucking lead guitarist.
No, never.
That's what made the cool stuff so fuck. Like the fucking riffs of the song so fucking cool.
Yeah, and the songwriter. I mean,
I just want to get back to the why we got another guitarist. For me personally, why? Because look, I was still young at that time, and it was my early 20s. And
just keep on mark 2 minutes.
The whole death metal scene came in, and all the bands. You remember in the old days how they used to mix songs, like the one guitar starts on the left speaker, and then the next rhythm guitar kicks on the right speaker. And I wanted that fucking thing for VOD, so I wanted like the and then other guitar kicks on the left channel, and it's fucking double.
Thank you. You never told anybody in the rest of the band about it.
Slayer, South of Heaven. That's right.
Look, that was the essence of it, and I mean, songs like "Beast Is Born." I mean, those were written for two guitars, and
yeah, for sure, yeah.
I mean, I still maintain if you try to play a song like "If I Had a Soul" live, it sounds all right, but it doesn't sound the same if you've got two guitars. And
I absolutely agree with you. I absolutely agree with
two
you.
guitars.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But "If I Had a Soul," like the ones that we did before you unjoined, that it was pretty fucking dramatic, though, I must say. Let me tell you now. That was fucking dramatic shit, okay? That was a dramatic sounding shit, okay?
Personally, I think
I hate the way fucking Philip Tits mixed it. I can tell you now. I can, oh my God, I can go on about that forever, okay?
Look, my
that
favorite
should have
rhythm
sounded
guitarist,
way better. That did not sound good. It sounded like shit.
Greg, just to return a musical compliment there, talking about styles and that, and talking about your style, I think you are right up there. Not so much. I mean, the songwriting is fantastic. You're a really good songwriter, riff master, but also your right hand technique, the speed and precision is just second to none. Though it really, really stands out in like right from the early stuff and the tone that you get out of the crate amp and the and when do you remember those little gigs? You used to get a JC 160, a Roland JC 160.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. My favorite amp.
Yeah, good sound. But no, sound and technique and songwriting just really, really good. Very unique.
But simplistic,
but right hand precision and speed, just perfect.
Dickon, we've done Johanna and me and Mark and them have done quite a few interviews now. I think about 16 now with some of the Joburg bands like Stryder and things like that. And they when they saw VOD the first time, they were absolutely like, we might as well go home. These guys are just they just fucking.
We were tight. We practiced a lot. We practiced 2-3 times a week, sometimes at least 2 times a week, and we were playing a lot of gigs. We were all the time. We were match fit, and that first time you went to Joburg, it's like we all felt we had something to prove, as you would do. We had something to prove. We were playing with all the other local bands. So,
but I will admit, my brother. I've admitted to them is when I used to watch those guys, when you do sound check before, and I mean, I played on 4 strings, remember, at that time, and my riffing was very fucking basic and precise or whatever, but these guys would go like.
But it developed into the best right hand in the business. Yeah, but we can talk about. We should probably talk about the music now.
Yeah, it's scary. Is Francis not rejoining? Was he now passed up?
Fuck out of this. We've done the Black Cathedral vibes, blah, blah, blah. You fucking gone and land-based the fuck out of Philip Nell. That's another story to be told. So,
I can carry on Jesus. About Philip Nell.
Hey, I'm going to put you on fucking mute now.
2-hour episode about Philip Nell, okay?
Right, so now.
It's gone.
Look how happy you are about that.
Here we go. Flimpton time. Flimpton time. So, you're all on tour, thanks to Morbid Records. I want to know what was the fucking most bizarre gig you guys did, and I want you got from each of you, and then I want to know what was the craziest anecdotes being on tour in Europe from each of you. And Dickon, you can go first.
Most bizarre gig was the one we did in Switzerland. I think about 3 people showed up.
The seated.
And we did it seated. Yeah, we all sat down and we did like a private show with all the other guys in the band.
We probably did.
Yeah, I think about 3 or 4 people. Yeah, it was weird.
We probably did Celtic Frost some justice.
Weirdest, well, a bizarre occurrence. Remember, we were at the German border, I think, to go into another country. I can't remember where, but these 2 German border police showed up in a van.
Oh, you're stealing my story.
And that's why the tour manager had a very strict rule. Said if you got anything on you, whatever, it goes out the fucking window. I don't care how precious it is to you. It goes out the window before we go through customs through the border. But these 2, we were in a parking lot sort of waiting. I don't know if you're going to spend the night there or go through, but these 2 German border police showed up with a dog. And they said, right, we're going to go through the bus. So they pulled everybody out.
Yes.
And we all had to wait outside. It was pretty fucking cold as well. It was November or something.
Freezing.
And they went on the bus with the Alsatian, went sniffing through everything. And then they took each one of us one by one. We all got back on the bus. And then they pulled us out one by one to go through pockets and whatever. I'll never forget Catatonia, the bass player from Catatonia, Roger. And the cops were strangely the most polite, really nice guys. But they were there to bust you, though, at the same time. It was like menacing. And they'd say, oh, no, it's no problem. And Roger was going, no, I think there is problem. There is problem. And so they turned out all the pockets and wherever. And the weirdest thing after it all, because they found nothing, because we'd taken...
it was actually...
What's the tour manager's name? What, that loudest guy? What was his name?
It was
Spencer.
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 He told us
The guy...
And the weirdest thing was the cops bought us 2 cases of beer at the end of it all.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, they brought some. They gave us some beer on the bus. So.
But the guy they had spread eagle on the car was actually the drummer from In the Woods. That tall fucking Viking. And they were going like, empty that pocket. He's like, it's lighter. It's problem.
That was Roger. No, that was Roger from Catatonia.
Was it Roger? No.
Roger was the manager.
Do you remember when they stopped us? Do you remember when they stopped us for drugs? And you're like, I never knew that the sound engineer for In the Woods was actually a heroin addict.
Harold,
right? Harold, no?
Harold, yeah.
And you're like, remember that?
Yes.
And he
with the bald head. He had a bald head.
Yeah. He was like he always had this like scarf around his neck. Kind of guy. And like, after the remember at some border they stopped us and they fucking searched everything. Remember?
Mm.
And then after that,
Francois, I could understand every.
He put his drugs in his mouth. He put his heroin in his mouth, and then I realized this guy's a fucking heroin addict. And we've been fucking touring with heroin addicts.
And I could understand every word those cops were saying. And amongst themselves, they were saying like, I think we've got something here, and So I kept my mouth. And I kept my mouth shut, and then they saw my Namibian passport, and then later on, when I knew we were in the clear, I just said like, dan wens je geen ander schönen Abend. And they were like, what? Where's the passport?
Yes, dude.
Right, okay, moderator coming in here. Polus Maximus Glutus. The fucking weirdest, funniest moment touring Europe. Go on, hit me up, brother.
Yeah, oh man, there were just so many. Besides the seated gigs, we did it at the Bunker in Prague as well. If it's a crap turnout, and they did a seated gig. There was also this one little after we played in Slovakia. The Czech Republic and Slovakia were split up, but then the coolest thing at the end of the show, we stayed over in this kind of little like a ski log cabin, kind of a hostel place. Yeah. Dickon ended up sitting there chatting, speaking Iron Maiden to flipping guys who didn't understand English, but they had a job all night.
The guy's name was Mark, and the band he was in was Pathology Stench. And we sat there for 7 hours drinking white wine and Coke, and we didn't speak each other's language, but we spoke the international language of alcohol.
White wine and Coke.
Destroyed the next day in the car on the way home. I was a mess, man. I was a fucking mess.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Good days, man.
Anyway, carry on.
The shows at the East Club was always fantastic. We did this one. Well, besides the Morbid Fest Spieler, we also played a show there on the tour. And the guys who ran the East Club, they're always just whatever you needed, they sorted you out. So there was the one night after the show, I was just all over the place, and the bus was leaving already, and I was like fucking gesyp and falling all over the place, and they just got me on the bus just in time. But then shortly after that, Spencer, the tour manager, I think he went into the bathroom and he didn't leave his tour pass on the bus driver's seat. So if there's no, you need to put it there and you come fetch it again when you get back on the bus. So there was nothing on his seat, so he left. So Spencer was stuck at some gas station in the middle of nowhere. I can't remember. I think he took a train to meet up with us at the next show.
Yes,
regular tour cut.
Yeah, I had to take a train, yeah.
Paul, is that the gig that you in love with that little German chick, Chorzi or Chorley or Chobi?
With the dreadlocks?
Yes.
Tordel. Yeah. My name is Tordel.
Tordel.
Now, we'll park that one for another sorted evening. Right, woof, woof. And yours, before we get on to Francois. Hit me up.
Oh, fuck.
On that tour.
There's many. I think for me, the funniest one is definitely what Dickon remembers as well, is the playing in Switzerland, fucking sitting down. That was fucking.
That's fucking insane. I cannot imagine you guys sitting down. That is, what's this, like acoustics? TV?
And I think my fondest memory, I don't know if it was the pre-tour when we played with what were the fucking grind bands we played with? I can't remember, when we went to Slovakia and Czech Republic.
Agathocles
and stuff. One of my fondest memories definitely was that night we went in some fucking weird
Krabator from Czech Republic.
Yeah. Some Sistochis hotel in East Germany or some fucking way, and we turned up there like 2:00 at night. And this old bully, he was the only one in this old hotel. And he especially opened his bar for us. And then he showed us in the middle, he had this whole 10-pin bowling thing.
Yes.
Was that in Wittenberg?
That was fucking awesome.
Wittenberg, huh?
And it was like all this old balls and stuff. It was epic, dude.
And
that was the fuck.
And the bathtub was full of yellow soup.
That's where we took that photo. Greg, that's where we took that photo with the hair.
Yes.
In that room.
Yeah,
it's that room. Yeah, we wore the fucking hectic fucking plastic clothes, and that was there.
Yeah, we partied with that photo. And we bought
this place was fucking weird, bro. We were the only people in this hotel, and literally there was like a double-story hotel with long wooden alleyways, and this old bully was probably in his 70s. He couldn't even speak English. He just gave us a book, and then he took us upstairs to the passage where there's no guests booked in there at all. This is like one long wooden alleyway, and he had hand built an entire 10-pin bowling system that ran down, and it returned the fucking ball along this. I mean, it was fucking weird.
That is fucking insane, man.
And then one of the craziest moments I remember is when we all charred mushrooms, and we were sitting on top of the bus in Berlin.
No, that was on the way to Ireland. That was on the ferry.
Was
the
on
last
the ferry?
of the tour in Ireland.
Oh, fuck.
Thank God we got Dickon. He's like the fucking encyclopedia.
The guy who remembers, yeah.
Right, Francois, hit me up. What's the fucking craziest time when you jawed that tour, my brother? Hit me up.
What, in Europe?
Yeah.
Well, Joey brought 2 chicks to me, and then I said, like, dude, I'm married. He said, like, but you come on now, you gotta fuck them. Are we talking about VOD now or about Kobus?
No.
Oh wait, we're talking about VOD. Oh yeah. Oh no. The weirdest fucker, the best thing I can remember, like not the best thing, but one of the coolest stories I can remember was in I think it was Heidelberg, whatever. What is like that Christian place in Germany? Heidelberg.
Or Trier.
Anyway, we played a show there. Paul wore a fucking a mask, and he did like a fucking
Wittenberg.
fucking
Wittenberg.
Angle
With angle
grinder.
grinder.
angle grinder cock or whatever.
Yes,
Angle
yes,
grinder
yes,
for
And
the
the,
intro.
and the people were really fucking cool there. The
That was-
food was fucking terrible.
That was
Okay.
Wittenberg, Luther city.
It was a Heidelberg something berg.
No, Wittenberg.
Wittenberg,
Wittenberg,
that's
yeah.
it.
And
Okay,
that's
thank you.
Martin Luther.
Okay, so,
Martin Luther.
so the people, man, the people were fucking amazing. So afterwards, after the show, we played there with 3 other bands. God knows, I can't even remember the other bands, okay? But
Well,
like
they're fucking
afterwards, after the fucking show, we're standing around. It's a shit load of people, and they've got like oil drums around the place with fucking fires going inside the drums, right? And it's like it's like metal and nigh and push and drugs and all that kind of cock, right? And this weird fucking dude comes up to me and he says to me, hey, VOD. Hey, VOD. Yeah? I said, yeah. I said, yes, sir. He's like, yeah. Hey, VOD. He says, fuck by a dog. Fuck my dog. I said, like, what the fuck? She's like, yeah, fuck my dog. She's like, what are you talking about? She says, hey, VOD, wank into the fire. Wank into the fire.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
He's like, yeah, dude, you're fucking. She's like, yeah.
There was a lot of
Black
bizarre stuff,
Black
really.
metal.
I could
He's
tell
like,
you stories
black
as well.
metal. Fuck my dog. Lick
Welcome
my
to
dog.
Germany.
Lick my dog. Wank into fire. Wank into fire.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, on that note,
There's like the most satanic thing you can do. It's like shoot your cum into the flames. Okay?
right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about to pass the watershed hour, and we need to reel this back in.
And then wait. The
I'm
finale.
waiting.
The finale was fuck my priest.
That was a Polish guy.
And he said, he didn't know priest, he said Christ.
Upstairs at the
Fuck
East
my
Club.
priest.
It was a
Mark
Polish guy who didn't speak any English.
Mark,
Remember?
Break
Fuck my
that bong out
priest.
of an apple or something.
you want to hear one of Francois' biggest moments in on the tour? We played at the East Club in Germany. We played that night with Cradle of Filth, Helheim, and Behemoth. I don't know why they put VOD on with those fucking bands.
And I punched the vocalist of Behemoth in his fucking face.
Just for the record, in my opinion, VOD fucking way better than all those fucking bands. Moving on swiftly, fast forward.
So what happened this night?
Cradle of Filth was replaced by Gorgoroth.
We played with
Gorgoroth.
Gorgoroth replaced them.
Helheim, and I've got the gig right here. So what happened?
And also the grindcore band, the ultimate, the fantastic grindcore band called
Crabberfall.
No,
I got Topleys.
CSSO. But anyway, so long story short, so we all VOD is VOD, so we were partying, like big fucking rock and roll style partying that night at with old Olaf and those guys. They're bringing us crates of beer and we were just partying. So these black metal bands were having seances next door to us.
Yes, that was Gorgoroth.
So Francois keeps
These fucking assholes.
So Francois keeps breaking into their before the gig, when they fucking doing a seance. Francois breaks into the room and tells them, "You're a bunch of fucking wankers. Kiss did this before you. You're a bunch of cunts." Anyway, he carries on with the shit. Eventually, their manager goes to the club owner and they come knocking on our door. That we must be nicer to them. We must be nicer.
What?
Yeah, we must be nice.
Oh my god! Wow!
Because they're so fucking evil.
I remember one came down and asked
You see, what happened?
in the bill.
Yeah, but even the Catatonia guys were very sticky.
Like together because it was one band and us and then the other band, and they thought they should be together. So we consider like playing first, like shifting our position in the bill. We said nah.
Right. Ladies and gents, the moderator is speaking. We need to start winding this up. Hold on, Seldon, stop the bus. So, Flinkdunk time. You fucking oak sharp. Are you ready? Are you ready for the next question?
Wait.
Right. I want to know, what is the advice that each of you will give to some young aspiring musician? And I'll start with
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, I'll start with Frankie.
My advice.
Frankie.
Don't do it.
Oh God! I'll sit
Get
this
a
one
real
out.
job. Go to school, finish school, get a real job.
No, wait, go. They can.
Hey,
Hold on. This is where we have to be calm, quiet,
I go
and
first?
controlled. And Frankie's going first. Advice
Can I go
for
first?
young, up-and-coming musicians. What is your advice, sir?
Is it me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Invest in crypto. Fuck the music business. Fuck art. Fuck everything. AI is gonna fuck you in the ass. Invest in crypto.
Right. Thank you very much. Right. Moving on to Dr. The most amazing memory that I know in rock and roll heavy metal is Dr. Dickon, the Silver Fox. What is your advice, up-and-coming young musician, sir?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
First of all, learn something nice. Learn computer programming or some of that shit, and don't do it.
Right, we'll pass on to the fucking German, the magic, the Jager. Hit me up, brother. What do you say?
Okay, now I'm going to go a step further than Dickon, which I was going to mention as part one. But if you still can't let it be, then at least make sure you're surrounded by people you get along with. And it's not about recording stuff. It's about taking it out on stage, especially these days. Your CD sales, vinyl sales are going to be limited. It's really out there on the stage. What happens? Merch. That's where it happens. And then you still don't know. You still not.
And you'll still be
Concert. Right, Paulus Maximus Glutus, the most fucking coolest fucking 12-foot fucking drummer in the world. Hit me up, brother.
Okay, if you do it because you want to do it and because you love it. Don't do it because you think it's going to be your career. If you want to do that, then try pop music. And you're not going to do that with metal. It's a fucking, it's an uphill battle from start. I mean, even the biggest, some of the bands that you think are the biggest bands now, that they're scraping by. So do it because it's something you want to do, and don't try and emulate your favorite band. Just do your own thing and enjoy yourself, because and if you want to do that and you don't do it, you're going to look back and have this gap that there's this emptiness. So fucking do it. You don't need to impress anyone. As long as you fucking enjoy it, do it.
Lovely words. And the last but not least, and you're not fucking, we've got one more fucking round of questions to go, by the way, people. And to the woof woof, what do you say, sir?
I wish I knew about Coke before I started fucking, I would have just taken way more Coke at that time. That's definitely, I would say, take as much Coke as you possibly can before you fucking start playing. And hey, and the second thing is, don't take your girlfriend on tour with you.